It's like the perfect recipe for burning down your house.
Yeah.
I have made some crazy projects over the years. Some of them I've done for work, a few I've done just for myself. But my favorite part has always been the brainstorm, where you take these crazy ideas and fantasies and you figure out how to really make them work. Welcome to another brainstorming session. Today I have Tony Sherwood with me, who posts most of his stuff on the Adafruit learning system. That's learn.adafruit.com. Tony's a local here in the same city I'm at, started a local makerspace, builder of things, pixel pusher, coder, kind of a jack of all trades, right?
Yep. I love learning about all kinds of different things. So
Tony, you had one that you thought would be fun. Let's talk about it. Let's hear it. What's this project you'd like to work on?
So back when I saw the movie The Incredibles, I loved the scene where Baby Jack Jack got mad and suddenly just burst into flames. So I thought it would be cool to have like a little, maybe life-size bronze statue or what looks like a bronze statue of Baby Jack Jack. And everybody's like, oh, cool. But when they step on a panel maybe that's in front of it, it will burst into flames.
So it actually ignites on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, we could do this. I think we could do this in a long weekend, actually.
Yeah.
This is cool. All right, so Baby Jack Jack, metal statue that bursts into flames whenever you get close to it.
Yeah.
All right. So first we have to make the statue.
Mm-hmm.
For something like this, I would think, personally, I would sculpt it out of like blue foam insulation board, and then do like a bronze casting of it.
Yep. Or 3D printed, lost PLA casting.
Yeah, so you could 3D print the sculpture or carve it out of foam. You heat up metal of some kind till it's molten. Well, first you take your foam, you put it in, pack it in sand really tight. And then you pour your molten metal over it. It burns away the foam or the 3D printing material, and you're left with a sculpture that then you just sand and buff out and finish off, and it's pretty, and you have a bronze sculpture. I don't have the stuff to do that, but you can build a little forge and melt the bronze and do that. That's a whole different project altogether. But so we could do a sculpture, but how are we going to do the fire inside?
Well, what I thought would be cool would be if when you step on the plate, it would, we'd have a peristaltic pump or something with lighter fluid. And it, out of a hole in the top of the head, it would push out a little bit of lighter fluid, which would run down the sides, and then it would ignite from a sparker on the bottom. Okay,
that would be beautiful. That would look like the one in the movie.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a... part of that I don't like, because then you have a flammable liquid pouring out of your thing, right? I mean, it's like the perfect recipe for burning down your house.
Yeah.
But man, that would look just like it. That's like, so a peristaltic pump is pretty basic. You have your reservoir of liquid fuel here. You have a tube coming out. You have a cylinder and a pinch point. Your tube goes to this pinch point. This cylinder turns this way, and there are like little nubs on your cylinder that as they go, okay, so there's your outlet up here. Yep. So as they go, they push the liquid like this, okay? So that's how a peristaltic pump works. It comes out the top. And that would totally work. I mean, you've already got it. So you've got a peristaltic pump pushing your liquid. You have an igniter. So here's your sculpture here. I'm not going to draw a whole baby. Yeah. But you have an igniter sticking out the bottom somewhere. And that could be just like a like what I used on the flaming ukulele, right? Yeah. So that box fits in here, and that's wired to maybe... you could do this passively without a microcontroller.
Yep.
You could do this and your pump literally just wired to a foot switch.
Yep.
So like you were saying, like a welcome mat with 2 pieces of foil and some wire. So when somebody stands on it, you get the pump, and that's coming out. And wow. So I mean, you pretty much got this whole thing done. And it's beautiful, and it looks like Jack Jack. Let's take another angle though. Something maybe slightly safer than spewing liquid lighter fluid out of the top of the head. Now this wouldn't, here's an idea that wouldn't necessarily look exactly like Jack Jack, but it would maybe be a little bit safer. So let's say we have our Jack Jack sculpture here. So he had kind of big ears and crazy eyes and, you know, and then kind of a fat body, right? So let's say you drill holes all underneath any surface you can get underneath of. So if he's got arms here, holes underneath, arms here, holes underneath. And you pump this, you make this hollow, and you pump this cavity full of propane. Now propane's pretty safe. It doesn't ignite till it hits air, it's easy to pump. And you can control your propane, like you could be sitting on a surface, all your propane can be down here, and you can control your propane with just like a 12 volt solenoid valve. And again, you could do that passively. You wouldn't need, you know, if you wanted to do this actively, you could put an Arduino with a PIR sensor. Yeah. So that with
a wave shield, that also gets you the statue talking like Jack Jack.
Okay, so if you wanted noise, you put an Arduino with a wave shield on it. You got a PIR sensor to detect when somebody gets close. This signals just a transistor that will kick on a 12 volt solenoid valve that pushes fuel here. It also at the same time turns on your igniter, which I would put down at the bottom again, because as these flames kind of flicker up, you'd get the whole thing. So at this point, this is much safer, but it doesn't look as good. Now, I don't know which way I would go. Safe be damned. I kind of like like that idea works, man.
I grew up living way out in the sticks, so we did some not so safe things when I was a kid.
Oh man, I love that idea. Don't do that idea. That's a horrible, horrible, wonderful idea. I love that idea. Wow. All right, well there you have it. That's how you'd make a flaming Jack Jack sculpture. All right, so that's it. Tell us in the comments below what you would like to see brainstormed in another video. Thank you very much. See you next time. Be sure to subscribe for more.